Welcome back to Midcap Radar. Well, Birla Opus Paints has opened its first ever experiential paint studio in Gurugram, Haryana, and aims to set up and commence operations in 10 such experience centers in the next few months. Abhhimanyu Sharma spoke with Rakshit Hargave, CEO of Birla Opus Paints, about this and began by asking about the new experiences that will be provided to the customers.
So this is the first of our paint studio getting inaugurated today. And the idea behind setting up the paint studio was to create a one-stop shop where the consumer can actually understand the category and make choices. On my backside, you can see these are paint cans for iconic India paints. So while we can create more than 2,400 shades, for the consumer, we decided to create some special 200 shades which defines what India is. And when you talk about a paint, you talk about the paint shade with a name, because that becomes much easy to remember. So for example, a handbag blocks a seat, Paris to Bombay, ink stained fingers. These are just creative names to decide and to let the consumer know, to be able to relate a shade with a paint. So the whole idea was that how do you make this paint store, a studio, a hub, both for consumers and for architects and designers and also contractors if they want to come here, to help them make a choice. Because we realized that the consumer always had destinations for other categories. There was a defined place where you could go and choose and talk about your furniture. There's a defined place where you can go and talk about your furnishing. You want to buy lights. But for paints, there was the organized system where you could come with your family. You can come with your designer, was not there. So I think we are filling in that gap. And we said that the purpose of Birla Opus is to change the way people look at painting and remove the paint from paints. And I think this is a step in that direction for us to be able to create that.
Moving ahead, what kind of expansion plans do you have for such stores? We understand this is a company-owned, company-operated model, but your main focus will continue to remain on dealerships. What is the kind of expansion strategy you're looking at? What is the scale of investments or capex you're looking at?
So we are going to start 10 such company-owned stores in different cities. So you have Delhi, Gurugram, you have Navi Mumbai, you have Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Surat, Lucknow. So there will be 10 of these. But obviously the main model is to work through dealerships and franchise dealerships, the Opus Paint Gallery. From an expansion point of view, we continue to do what we had said. So we will, we just commercialized our Mahad factory yesterday. We will start trialing in Kharagpur. So with that, the investment in the factories for the first stage is over. Along with that, we will continue to set up more dealer franchises. I talked about this 10 company-owned Coco stores. We are in line with our number of dealers that we had set for ourselves, the number of towns that we had set for ourselves for the first year. So from a KPI point of view, the first year will be more or less met in terms of what we had committed to the market. And then the next year starts.
My final question to you, what is the targeted market share in the segment you intend to grow? And also, what is the focus customer base which you are targeting? We understand you're also looking at tier 2 and tier 3 cities as we move ahead.
Yeah. So obviously, if we have gone to 6,000 towns, we have gone to metros, tier 1, tier 2, and we also have got presence in rural. We are getting a good response from across the ecosystem of all town sizes. And we are still very young, so we will continue to have teams to focus on all the segments. So it's not that we are getting a better response in segment A or segment B. From a numbers and target point of view, we continue to hold on to say that we wanted to exit this financial year with high single digit. And more or less we will be in that high single digit zone.
Aiming for high single digit growth is Birla Opus. We take a short break. More on the markets on the other side. Stay tuned.